All right, today we're going to dig into a new tool that's trying to completely change the way teams get things done. It's called DenAI, and it's all built around one really powerful idea. What if your AI wasn't just a tool you used, but an actual teammate you worked with? Let's get into it. So first, let me just ask you something. Think about your average workday. How many tabs? How many different apps do you have open right this second? 5? 10? Probably more, right? You've got your chat app, your docs, your project manager, your file storage. It's a lot. There's actually a name for this whole chaotic setup. It's called the Frankenstack. It's this monster we've all accidentally created just by stitching together all these different disconnected tools, hoping they'll work together to help us do our jobs. And this Frankenstack leads to all these daily headaches that we all know so well. You're constantly jumping between apps, which totally kills your focus. Really important information just gets buried in some random channel. Your team wastes hours, literally hours, just trying to find that one file or that one message. And keeping everything updated across all those apps? Yeah, good luck. It's basically impossible. So what's the way out of this mess? Well, the solution being proposed here is a totally new kind of workspace, one that was built from the very beginning with AI at its core to solve this exact problem. So what is DenAI really? Well, at its heart, it's one single place for your team to work. It brings together your chat, your documents, and your project management. But, and this is the huge difference, it was designed from day one for AI agents to be right there in the mix, working as active members of the team. And there are a few things that really make it special. It's AI native, which is just a fancy way of saying AI isn't some feature they added later. It's the foundation of the whole thing. You can build these AI agents just by talking to them in plain English. No coding needed. Then these agents go to work for you 24/7, and they can plug into over 50 of the other tools your team already relies on. And look, this isn't some tiny, unproven startup. DenAI is backed by Y Combinator. The same people that launched giants like Airbnb, Stripe, and Reddit. The ultimate vote of confidence, though, Y Combinator is reportedly using DenAI for their own internal teams right now. When the smartest people in the room are using your product, you know you're onto something. Okay, so that all sounds pretty good on paper, but how does it actually compare to the tools that most of us are using every single day? Let's see how it stacks up against the current giants, Slack and Notion. First, Slack. It totally changed team communication, but let's be honest, it's gotten a little bloated. Trying to find an important message from 6 months ago can be a nightmare. DenAI's idea is to weave AI directly into the chat, so an agent can instantly pull up answers from your entire company knowledge base and take action right there in the conversation. And then you have Notion. It's an absolute powerhouse for sure, but all that power comes with a ton of complexity. It can feel slow, and getting a new team member up to speed takes time. Then AI is going for a much simpler feel, where the AI agents do the heavy lifting of organizing everything for you automatically. But DenAI isn't just taking on the old guard. It's also competing in this brand new field of AI agent workspaces. So let's see how it fits into that world. When you look at the main players, you can see a really key difference in philosophy. You have Manis AI, which is all about personal automation, an AI that works for you, the individual. Then there's Genspark, which is building these super powerful autonomous agents that work independently. DenAI's model is different. It's all about AI agents working with your team, as part of the team. And if you're wondering whether there's really a demand for this stuff, oh yeah, get this. Genspark, one of those competitors, supposedly hit $36 million in annual recurring revenue in just 45 days. 45. That is just staggering, and it proves that the market is absolutely starving for these AI agent solutions. So this all brings us back to the big idea behind DenAI, this concept of having a brand new kind of teammate, one that just happens to be an AI. So what does this new workflow actually look like in practice? Well, imagine an AI agent is just kind of monitoring your team's chats. When it sees a decision made, it can automatically go update the project plan or add to your company's knowledge base. And then it can go coordinate that new information with your other tools, like updating a customer record in Salesforce or a ticket in GitHub. And this is the real game changer. These agents aren't just sitting around waiting for you to give them a command. They work continuously, around the clock. They're handling routine tasks, monitoring for important updates, and keeping things organized even while you're sleeping. Now, this is usually the point where people get a little nervous about their jobs, but the perspective here is pretty clear. AI agents like this aren't meant to replace people. They're designed to replace all the tedious, repetitive, soul-crushing busy work that eats up all our time and energy. And when you get rid of that busy work, what happens? Well, it unlocks some amazing things for your team. You suddenly have more time for high-level strategy and real analysis. You dramatically cut down on that productivity-killing context switching we talked about. It gives people the freedom to do deep work, the kind of thinking that actually moves the needle and gives you a serious competitive edge. Now, you might be thinking, technology this futuristic has to be crazy expensive, but the pricing is actually set up to be really competitive. I mean, when you add up what you're paying for Slack and Notion and Asana and everything else, you could easily be paying over $50 per user every month. DenAI's paid plans aim to be just a fraction of that cost, and they even have a free version to get you started. So, when you put all of this together, what's the big picture? What does this technology really signal about the future of how we all work together? What we're looking at here is a fundamental shift in our relationship with AI. We're moving away from seeing AI as a passive tool that we just ask questions to, and moving towards seeing AI as an active, contributing participant in our daily work. And that really leaves us with one big question to think about. The technology is here, and it's getting better, fast. So the real question isn't if this is coming, but when. Is the future of your team a true human-AI collaboration? That's something we'll all be watching.